Hi. Okay, so to the question, if we pray, if a man prays for strength, does God grant strength, or does God grant the opportunity for the person to become stronger? Or if one asks for healing or mercy or anything else, does God actually grant the thing, or does God just provide the opportunities for one to get to those things? I feel like the question's a little bit misframed or misrepresentative because it implies that the communication with God or with the higher self or whatever you want to call spirit is just like a cut and dry cause and effect. I ask for this and therefore God grants this. But that's not how it is. That's not the truth. The determiner of whether one gets what they ask for instance, in the Bible it says, "Ask and you shall receive," right? As far as I understand it, we receive everything that we ask for all the time. The issue is that we are asking for multiple things at once. Because if you ask for success, for example, but you are deeply rooted in the belief that you are unsuccessful, and the thought of being successful terrifies you, and that energy is held within your subconscious mind, that will be transmitting at the same time you are consciously asking for success. Yeah, so in that moment, you are asking for both failure and success, and that's what most people achieve is nothing. They get nothing. So if you're asking for both two things at once, you'll effectively get nothing. And this is how most people are praying. Or even if you are praying, but you also disbelieve in prayer. So for example, if you have just, a kernel of faith, but you have a huge amount of disbelief that you will get your prayer answered, then your prayer will only get answered to the tiniest degree. It will get answered to whatever degree you can contribute it, but you will also transmit the other. So if we can ask for anything with full faith, but see, full faith actually becomes knowledge. It becomes knowledge. It's when you know something is. So if you ask for something, the best attitude to pray with is to ask as if you're asking a loved one whom you know would give it to you. That's the best attitude. And also to start to either ask for things and just completely release it, any expectation about how it happens, or if you're asking for something specific to where you're going to see the outcome play out, then ask for things in the beginning while you're forming this relationship with your higher self in prayer. Ask for things that you believe are attainable. And then do it with the air of expectation of asking, a loved one to call you back or pick up something from the grocery store. You expect that they will do it. All right. But specifically to the question of how will the prayer be answered? Technically, will it be answered directly, immediately, or at some point of time, or through a series of events? If you ask for wealth, will a bag of money appear? Versus you getting a new job. And that is dependent, again, as far as I understand it, mostly on what is acceptable to your personality, what is believable to your personality. Your higher self will give it to you in the way that's probably, best suited and most convenient, but will also work in alignment with your personalities, what your personality finds acceptable, and fits in with your story. And then there's also the other factors to consider in is everyone else's karma and all the other situations in the world. And there are, things happen for other reasons besides our own personal situation. It's all interrelated, and the higher selves can see that and determine those things, and they will determine the best route to get you to the point in the future where you need to be, however that is.